We've been telling you about the Chinese spy balloon, a seemingly innocuous balloon that was hovering over American skies. Washington says Beijing used it to collect sensitive data. The spy balloon was then shot down, but the saga exposed China's extensive surveillance program. Turns out there's more. How? Through CCTV cameras. You may call it another weapon in Beijing's surveillance inventory. And Australia has now vowed to act. It is removing Chinese-made CCTV cameras from key locations. Canberra says these cameras are a security threat. How many devices are we talking about? More than 900. More than 900 cameras, intercoms, video recorders and electronic entry systems, all made by Chinese companies. These are said to have been installed in more than 200 Australian government buildings.
An audit I launched 6 months ago has today finally revealed almost 1,000 devices provided by Chinese government-linked entities, Hikvision and Dawar. They're all throughout the Commonwealth, including our Department of Defence, our Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade, our Department of Home Affairs, our Attorney General's Department. And I'm calling on the Albanese government today to outline a plan to get rid of them and get rid of them all.
The Albanese government took notice of this. It says that while the matter is serious, there is no need to overreact. Listen to this.
It's important that this has been brought to our attention. We're doing an assessment within Defence as to where those cameras exist, and when we've gone through that process, we'll obviously remove those questions. I don't think we should overreact to this, but it's important that it's been brought to our attention. It's prudent that we do the assessment, and we're going to act on it.
Prime Minister Anthony Albanese maintained that these wouldn't affect ties with China. Australia's diplomatic ties with Beijing is a story for another day. Tonight, we want to focus on these Chinese equipments. For starters, which are these Chinese companies? Mainly two, Hikvision and Dawar. And these two companies have manufactured devices not just for Australia, but for the rest of the world too, including India. Why are they problematic? And what's the matter with their surveillance devices? It's their ownership. Both companies are partly owned by the Chinese Communist Party. Connect the dots. Effectively, the CCP has direct access to loads of data and recordings from CCTVs, intercoms and other devices. From government buildings to the streets, the CCP may well be watching. And Australia is not the first to wake up to this threat. The United States and the United Kingdom did the same last year. They said they did not trust Chinese companies, so they removed the cameras. And none of this is an exaggerated response. China's growing surveillance technology is a well-documented fact. Researchers have found plenty and more evidence to show China's aggressive push in this space. Experts say these companies are at the mercy of the CCP. Some even say that Beijing is investing money to build such technology, and they're practicing it at home. Look at the findings of this study. 8 out of the world's 10 most surveilled cities are in China. Chongqing tops the list. This city is covered with 2.58 million cameras. How many people live there? 15 million. So effectively, they have one camera for every 6 residents. And these are well-equipped machines, high-resolution cameras that can reportedly scan faces in real time. Not surprising why China is called the surveillance state. It's bad enough that they do this at home. And now they want to keep an eye on the rest of the world too. This has security implications. How big is the Chinese network of cameras? Well, we have some estimates. China has exported its surveillance technology to at least 54 countries. Many of them have inked deals with Chinese companies to enhance their internal security. Chinese companies say they're not influenced by the government, but that argument has few takers. So where does all of this leave India? I ask because India imports most of its CCTVs from China. We use the same equipments in our homes, buildings, even streets. Also from the same companies that the Australians are wary about, Hikvision. It leads the CCTV market in India. It is said to have more than 35% of the market share. Let me rephrase that. A Chinese company partly owned by the Communist Party owns 35% of the CCTV market share in India. So is our data safe? Are we being watched too? And is the government investigating how damaging all of this can be? We don't have the answers yet. But China's notorious record does not give us much reason to be optimistic.